Welcome to the Lord of Art, and this is where we create without limits. This show is about imagination, storytelling, art that reaches beyond the canvas. Every journey needs a banner. And this is why today we're creating ours, the logo of the Lord of Art. Or you can choose your own name. This is the first step because it's the foundation of what our series will become. So grab your brushes, because episode 1 starts now! We start with a simple cardboard, but cardboard is magic. It's cheap, it's flexible, and when you layer it, it becomes strong. Use scissors or ask if you can use a knife. Cut a piece of cardboard the size of your letter, logo or name. Use a reference. I chose my logo and I put it in front of me for comparison. Use a pencil because you might erase it if you're not happy with the outcome. Here I'm cutting out the letters. It looks messy now, but trust me, it will shine. The letters need stability. Cutting cardboard sounds simple, but the details always matter. Always cut clean lines, especially at the corners. If you cut too deep, you can rip the whole letter apart when removing the extra cardboard. For my design, I connected the letters together to keep the words strong as one piece. Now that we finished our cutout, it's time for the paint. We're working with acrylics today, fast drying, bright and perfect for projects like this. They let us layer quickly, add depth and correct mistakes with ease. You can choose to add a primer layer of white to let it pop more and give a more balanced look. Now for the background color. I chose silver, but not only plain silver. I mixed in a little white and a hint of blue to get that metallic shine. You can actually use multiple coats of silver or whatever base color you want for your letters. Some colors aren't strong enough with only one pass, so it's worth adding 2 or 3 until it really pops. Repeat each step for each letter or word. After I applied the coat, I didn't let the silver completely dry. And right away, I blended in a mix of orange with just a little yellow on the bottom corners of the letters. That gives this fiery glow effect, like the letters are burning from below. The colors should blend in together perfectly without using the brush on the silver parts. You can add some silver from the top to blend it more. No stress for messy parts. Use the washed out color and let it dry. Now that we've applied the silver coat, it is time to add some shadows and some details. For that, I'm using black tint with water. This creates a soft wash I can paint around the edges, but only on the side opposite to where the light will shine. You can mix the color with water to make a more washed out look. Next, to give more depth, I will use titanium white mixed with water. With this, I'm painting strong highlights on the borders. Remember, the light comes from one direction, in my case from below, since I will add a light on the ground. These thick white strokes make the edges really stand out. By adding thick lines to the edges of each letter, we create a suitable depth. Repeat the step for each letter, word or your logo. This time you don't have to be precise. And now, clean your brush with water. Acrylics wash out easily. Now grab the black we used before, but this time with a thicker mix. Apply it on the opposite side of the highlights with straight lines along the borders. This creates contrast. Bright on one edge, dark on the other. And that's what gives the whole logo a real 3D look. Which we're going to see in our last step before we hang it on a wall. After we finish everything from the highlights to the shadows, we're going to give the letters real depth. I'm cutting the thick cardboard strip into small pieces, each about 2 to 5 centimeters long. The strip itself is around 3 centimeters deep, with a zigzag structure inside that makes it super stable. And that's why this kind of cardboard is the right size of distance. I glue these pieces to the back of the letters like little supports. With 2 pieces you already get good stability, but adding a third makes the whole logo much stronger. This way the word doesn't just hang flat, it projects from the wall in proper 3D. But now it's time for the 3D effect. I use hobby glue to attach extra pieces of cardboard behind the letters. These supports push the design of the wall and make it pop. I use several supports to keep it stable. You can add a thick layer of glue to that part, because it will hang on that wall. For individual letters, 2 supports are enough. 3 is best. It gives the whole logo balance and strength. After the glue dries, you can add some double-sided tape. I've cut pieces in the size of a distance cardboard. You can also use sticky strips for artworks. They are easy to find in home improvement stores. The protection goes off. And now we just need to find a new place to hang our new masterpiece on our wall. By removing some artworks, we have enough space. Once that's prepared, it's time to hang. It should stick pretty firmly. Next, the other one. And now comes the missing piece. Choose a suitable place on the wall. You can make a sketch beforehand. And there it is, the Lord of Art on the wall. But this show isn't just a logo. There's something bigger in motion.
Okay, let's create. So the first step is by masking the canvas to prepare it to paint. This is an important step. Before applying the paints, we are creating a tape frame which we are able to leave for painting later. If you're ready, we go to the next step by using spray paints for the background. Never make a break. Start to create. We should go outside if you use cans, or at least put a mask on. Safety first. By applying the colors over the canvas, we create some sort of abstract background. We can round it up by using acrylic paint and just smack them on the spray parts.
You can use whatever color you like. I mostly like complementary colors.
A few sparkles here and there, but guess what? What happens if you mix blue and yellow?
By using cardboard, we can smear the colors.
So we just have to wait. After letting the acrylics dry, we're going to use oil paints to let our vision come to life.
A small tip from me, use some glass for the oil. We can use our abstract background to fill in those empty spaces with oil colors. For this particular artwork, I used ultramarine blue and Prussian blue, titanium white, yellow and some cadmium red to blend the colors to make some light streaks. For the monument and some things in the foreground, I've mixed the colors to get some kind of gray. The base of the planet is just some Prussian blue with white on the borders. If you add a little bit yellow before the blue, you will have a beautiful mixed green. Our third step is to remove the tape. Your paint can still be wet. We will create our own frame later on. If you have some fuzzy edges, don't care about it. We will clean it up in our last step. After removing the tape, we need to go and put some gold leaves on it. But first we add some details. I applied the clouds the old Bob Ross style. That means you use a little bit wet paint and apply it to the already wet canvas. I used the same procedure for the body and the background. The objects come to life if you use darker colors in the corners for the shadows. In this case, I used some ivory black, mixed it on the already wet paint. For the lighter areas, I used brown. The highlights were created by using yellow and red to complement the cosmic and sunny background. To achieve more depth and detail, I let nature flow its way into my canvas. We can create branches by using different colors of brown. Always keep in mind where the light comes from and paint a darker color on the opposite side. Use some green for the leaves and some yellow for the highlights. So, the first layer should be dry. Now it's time for the gold leaves. The first step is to put the painting on the ground. The reason? Easy. Gold leaf is very thin, and to put it perpendicular is a bit of tricky. We can use a brush to apply the thin glue. Try to draw as detailed as you wish. The gold leaf will only stick to the glue part, considering your paint is dry. I use my hand. You can choose on your behalf. To attach the leaf, I use the brush to achieve a more suitable sun look. After a bit of letting the glue dry is the last step to brush the excess leaf off. And then... That's episode 1 of The Lord of Art. We build our banner and we laid the first stroke on our canvas. Will soon be revealed. In episode 2, we will reveal the full painting. If you want to join me on this journey, hit subscribe, because this is only the beginning. Until then, keep creating, keep imagining, and remember, the world's your canvas.
Are you rock?